Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! Happy 2018! Are any of you guys as excited for the new year as I am? I am so stoked. I am the kind of person that has to make my list of New Year's resolutions, and I talked about New Year's resolutions in my Christmas tag video, I think, and in it I went on to say how I don't like to make my goals too unrealistic, and basically I want to do things that make sense so I don't get all discouraged and disappointed in myself, but that doesn't mean that I don't write out a nice list of things that I'd like to work on this year. So when I sat down to write down my 2018 resolutions, I kind of noticed that the theme was to educate myself on a lot of stuff so I can better myself. And in the past, I've definitely fallen into the trap of, oh, I want to like look this way by the time the year is done, and I want to be able to have this, and like kind of more materialistic and unrealistic, and I just really want to encourage you guys to go after things that will be beneficial to you and to the people around you and not get too caught up in, I don't know, materialistic things or just unrealistic goals. So with that said, let's just get straight into, I keep looking down because I have a list of things that I wrote, but let's just get straight into my resolutions. I wrote this all down in this little guy, and it does seem a bit extensive, don't worry, this also has extra stuff on it. But I wrote down, about 7 or 8 resolutions on here, and these are all in no particular order. These aren't like from the most important to the least, these are just in random order when they came into my head as an idea of something to do. And who knows, I might add something to this list after the video is over. I've been brainstorming about it for the last couple weeks, so I think I have a pretty solid idea of what I'd like to work on. So the first thing I wrote down on here is to not have a phone past 9 p.m. and this goes along with my next resolution of waking up at 6 a.m. every morning because I want to become a morning person, and I'm terrified, guys. I'm so terrified, but let me just talk a little bit about this. So basically, I am a night owl and I can very easily go to sleep around 1 to 2 in the morning, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. It's pretty irresponsible because I don't do anything really that productive in that time. I've been watching tons and tons of motivational videos on how to become a morning person and that it is possible and that it is so much more beneficial than being a nighttime person. And basically, I want to be able to wake up at 6 a.m. and get stuff done. So, no phone past 9 p.m. because if I'm staring at a screen, studies have shown that if you're looking at a screen for too long, which I am doing almost every night, then you're not going to be able to go to sleep as easily as possible, and then waking up is going to be really hard. So I'm going to basically be going into boot camp, I guess, morning person boot camp. I'm so terrified. Are any of you guys doing this with me? I know a lot of people like to make this a resolution, and I've never really like gone after it, but this year is the year that I become a morning person. I'm just gonna say it. It's the year that I become a morning person, and I'm like really terrified of this resolution, but super stoked because this leads into my next resolution of reading my Bible daily and just having that devotion time, that quiet time with the Lord. And I don't know who's watching this, if you're a Christian and we share the same faith, if you have a different faith, if you don't know what you believe, but for me this is super important because yes, I read my Bible, I'm not reading it every day, and I'm also not really reading much of anything, and I want to be able to read my Bible and I want to be able to read Christian books that really help me on my walk with Christ. And I'm finding that I'm wasting a lot of time by sleeping in and just not prioritizing, and waking up early is such a good way to prioritize. So I'm going to be waking up early and I'm going to be spending time in God's Word and just reading books that really help. And I know for sure that that will have such a good impact on my day and on just who I am as a person, and it will help me to grow. So I'm really excited about that. The next item I have on this list is so stereotypical of New Year's resolutions, but whatever, I don't care, is the resolution of getting on the THM lifestyle. And a lot of you are probably gonna be like, what the heck is THM? Let me fill you in. This will sound weird, but it is Trim Healthy Mama. A lot of you may know this, they're actually really big in the Christian community because they were Christian ladies themselves, but they wrote this best-selling book called Trim Healthy Mama, and it's in a really tiny nutshell, it basically reveals to you food freedom. You can have carbs and you can have fats, and it's all a balance with a lot of protein, and basically how to not mix up those fuels to start adding weight to your body, and to select one or the other basically when you want to go into weight loss mode. And then how to cross them over the right way for when you are done losing weight and you just want that to be your lifestyle. And it originally was intended for mothers, but obviously I'm not a mom, so a lot of the community has to do with single people, dudes, like so many other people than just like mothers. So I'll show you the book. This is the Trim Healthy Mama book. This is the second edition because they had a really huge one beforehand. This is a smaller one. I can make a whole video on this later. Hopefully I have a success story or two for you. And actually my older sister Sarah has had really good success with this. I know quite a few people that have just been living this lifestyle, and they look really good, and they're trim and they're healthy, and trim and healthy. But really, I really like their take on this, and basically their motto is keep it simple, keep it sane. And it's great because through the month of December, I've been just kind of like taking baby steps to eating the THM meals throughout the day, and maybe not all consistently, but just at least trying one. And I love them. Like, I love the way that I can have cheese on my eggs, and like I can have this piece of bread with this and that, and like it totally is food freedom, but it's also, wow, it's so educational on the science that they have to back up basically how food fuels work, and how they can wreak havoc in your body, or how they can make your body like super awesome and healthy and just thrive. So hopefully I didn't talk too much about that, because that could be kind of boring to people that don't really care. But that is a huge deal for me, because I want to be able to get into the lifestyle of knowing what I'm eating, knowing the science behind carbohydrates and proteins and fats, and just like how it all works in my body, and again, educating myself to better myself. I don't at all, I think, have this out of whack perception of my body image. Like I love my body. I love who I am. God made me the way I am. I just know when I'm getting a little fluffy, and I know that I want to tone up and like work on my butt and like work on my arms and shoulders. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to just make the best version of yourself. Just don't ever hate yourself, and just know that you are created beautifully in the image of God. You are created to be exactly who you are, to look exactly how you look, and it's up to us to be good stewards of what we do with our body and like how we keep healthy. I just really want to put that encouraging message out there that there are so many New Year's resolutions to get skinny and to like look really sexy and to just be the hottest person in your class, or have that revenge bod for your ex. And I would encourage you to think more in the terms of, I want to be stronger, I want to be the best version of myself, I want to be able to live a long, happy life, and just to really have like the right frame of mind, because I myself have been really guilty of getting into that really critical state of mind, and it makes it so I don't feel as motivated. I feel like really down, and really not encouraged enough to do what I need to do. And that's my own fault. Like, it's what happens in here. So I would encourage you all to think along the lines of doing this to better yourself. Okay, so this next resolution is one that I am kind of nervous to share, but I'm like so excited. This resolution is to post 2 videos a week for YouTube. I'm really excited. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm nervous just because like to me it's kind of like the next step in my YouTube journey, but I'm so excited because I can't wait to see what 2018 has to offer, and just how my channel grows. And I don't mean like subscribers, I just mean like how it all comes together, just this journey. And I'm learning so much with all that goes on in YouTube, like the business element, the software element, like the cameras, like just all of that is so much to learn, but it's so fun, and to me it's so fulfilling. And I'm just so glad that last year I made the resolution to just start YouTube, and so now I'm taking it the next step, and I'm going to be posting on Tuesdays and Fridays, and hopefully right around 9 in the morning Pacific time is when my videos will go out. So make sure you hit the little bell icon and you subscribe, because then you'll be notified when my videos come out. My second to last resolution for the year is to be able to keep a record of my habits. And by this I mean good habits. I don't want to keep chart of my bad habits. I would rather think of it as the good habits. Last night I found this free PDF printable habit chart, and it's got about 5 things on there that I thought of so far that I want to be tracking, at least for this month, could be the next 6 months, could be the next year. And that would be waking up at 6 a.m. or earlier, so I check off that box each day that I do that. I put an X when I don't, and it makes me just kind of feel like, okay, yeah, I'm accomplishing something. Devotional time every day, reading my Bible. Working out, if I worked out that day, really good to just keep track of how often I've done that, to look back and see that. And then if I had a day where I was eating the THM kinds of foods. And then lastly, this one's kind of funny, but this is to make my bed. And this isn't something I really struggle with, but it's something that I don't always do. And making my bed just makes me feel like my room is put together. Even if it still has stuff on the floor, it looks so much better. And it's the first thing that I can like really accomplish. Like when I get out of my room and I go to like get on with my day, like I have a clean bed, and it motivates me to just like get more stuff done, even if it's subconscious. I've heard a lot about like getting your bed made is really beneficial. So there's just one thing to check off and make those endorphins like, woo, you're doing stuff. I don't even know what that was. Okay, so the last resolution for 2018, this is to transition into more natural products that I could be using on my body. So like face, hair, body, and by that I mean I want to transition to brands that are as pretty natural as you can get. So like around like 97 to 100% natural. Like I really want to use as natural things as possible. So like brands like Burt's Bees, OGX shampoo, or CeraVe. There are brands out there that really stick to the most natural products, and I can make a whole video on this, but basically I found a face wash that was really natural, and it cleared up my skin so much because the one that I've been using for over a year had dye, and it also had fragrance, and I just found my face was like all like full of little bumps, and that just really inspired me to think, okay, well my body wash I'm using has lots of fragrance in it. I love you Bath & Body Works, but it does. I'm basically thinking of ways to just implement that into my life without going crazy, finding balance, obviously not being hard on myself if I use something like, you know, something that's not natural. But I do want to transition into using things like, I wrote it down, like shampoo, conditioner, lip balms, creams, toothpaste, mouthwash, makeup, things like that, that I'm just slowly kind of finding what works best for me. And if I don't find a good natural deodorant that works for me, I'm gonna still use my deodorant that works for me. But I'm gonna, you know, just kind of be really conscious of finding something that's more natural, that'll work better. And that also includes something like candles. Looking at this list, I can see how a lot of them seem kind of stereotypical, but I feel like they also have that own flair of, it's okay, like you got this girl, like you're gonna slip up and this and that, but like it's a learning curve. And I just encourage everyone to write down like just 2 or 3 things, if you haven't already, that would better yourself or the people around you, and it's not something like extreme, you know? Like I just would encourage a healthy mindset going into 2018, but also not to lose that motivation and that inspiration, because I'm feeling revved up, I'm feeling inspired, but I also feel not stressed. I don't feel stressed looking at this list. I just feel encouraged, and I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna learn a lot this year. I am going to learn a lot this year because I'm gonna at least give this all a try. And if I don't get all this accomplished, which I'm sure there's gonna be one thing on here that I'm not good at least I get a try, at least I educated myself in whatever it was I was pursuing. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for sure. And again, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you can know when I'm posting my 2 times a week upload schedule. Oh, I'm so excited to be doing this. If you guys have thought up some resolutions, go ahead and comment them below. I would love to see it. Maybe I'll get inspired, maybe I'll add to this list. I love New Year's. This is why I like Mondays. I love fresh starts. I love kind of like evaluating and like just, you know, bettering myself. I think that's what we're meant to do, right? So anyway, I hope you guys have had a wonderful start to your new year. Keep smiling and have a wonderful day. So I wrote this all down. Oh no, a piece of paper fell off. Oh well. Definitely keep you guys updated with that. Along with this, I almost whacked myself in the face. I'm reaching the end of my little candle. It's probably not very natural, is it? So